G'day everyone, Jason Foss here from the Capricornia Chamber of Commerce. On Zoom today with Jonathan Mamaril from Brisbane. Jonathan, tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. My name's Jonathan. I'm here from NB Employment Law. I'm a director here and I head the employment law team.
Excellent. All right. So we've got a big month coming up in May.
Yep.
Jonathan, I believe there's been some changes around workplace health and safety legislation in Queensland, specifically with a mental health aspect. Can you tell us a bit about those?
Yeah, so some big changes coming into Queensland, really around what they call psychosocial risks. So the workplace health and safety legislation has had a major change where there's direct primary duty for employers to eliminate or minimise the risks of psychosocial safety in the workplace. That basically means mental illness and psychological risks.
All right. So a lot of those employers are probably already aware of things like bullying and harassment and those sorts of things, but there's probably some not so obvious ones as well.
Yeah, they're probably the major ones in terms of the HR side in particular. There's also the other side, which is the personal issues, let's say divorce or even health issues that seep into the workplace and potentially, that's probably covered under workers' compensation. But what's really interesting about this change and this primary duty is going to be about the actual workplace itself. So stresses in the workplace. So take, for example, and this is in the code, things like role clarity, things like demands of the workplace, things like deadlines. So now what we're talking about is psychosocial risks, which are basically mental illness stresses or issues which could be caused by the work itself.
Yeah, okay. All right. So that is something that employers definitely need to be aware of. Now, we don't have a date fixed yet, but looking to get Jonathan up here in May to actually go into a lot more detail about this. Jonathan, I believe you're not a big fan of stand and deliver kinds of presentations.
Look, I can do it. I can, but it's just not my style. My style is more interactive, much more practical. So I really bring in things like case studies, maybe a little bit of role play, a bit of gamification, but really more interaction. So I want audience members, participants to actually participate and put in particular an idea of how practically this is going to work for their business. So the whole point is to have some key takeaways from the information I'm going to share and get some really key insights from a workplace health and safety and then employment law perspective, because there's going to be a lot of overlap between the two. And that's where we're going to really play and really understand how it's going to work in the workplace and how we as business owners, as employers, in human resources are going to be able to navigate really these obstacles.
Excellent stuff. So we can expect, whilst it not be quite a workshop environment, we're definitely not just going to be sitting there lectured at. So definitely think about your questions, think about how that might impact your business, and watch this space because we'll be announcing some dates soonish for May. Jonathan, thanks for joining us today and look forward to seeing you in a couple of months.
Look forward to it.
All right. Thanks, everyone. See you later.